Like whatever, it's a message to all the people out there that whatever their dream is, that they should never give up.
At just 7 years old, a small Norwegian girl stood barefoot on a talent show stage and stunned the world. In 2014, Angelina Jordan, born 10 January 2006 in Oslo, delivered a performance of Gloomy Sunday that went viral across YouTube and news outlets. She then went on to win Norway's Got Talent at age 8 with George Gershwin's Summertime. What made her so captivating was not only her crystalline, mature voice, but also the image, always performing barefoot. That choice was rooted in a childhood encounter she described, where she met a young girl without shoes and gave her own pair. Since then, Angelina vowed to honor that moment by performing without footwear. This combination of prodigious talent, emotional depth, and visual uniqueness turned her into a global phenomenon before many of her peers had even left school. As she pivoted away from being a viral child star, the question emerges: how do you evolve beyond the breakout moment? And that sets the stage for what followed. Transitioning from viral sensation to serious recording artist is one thing, but moving continents to do it is another. After her talent show victory, Angelina Jordan gradually shifted focus from covers of jazz standards and viral performances to original material and a broader international platform. She moved from Norway to the US, living in Los Angeles from around 2018 onward. In August 2020, she signed with Republic Records, marking her first major label deal. Her debut single under that deal, Million Miles, hit platforms in November 2020. The shift represented a bold step, from child star covers built around nostalgic jazz to an artist with original songs and global ambitions. But such a move also carries risks. Fully entering the American music industry means competing not just on talent, but on image, marketing, and relevance. For Angelina, the question is just what's next. But how do you evolve your identity? The next chapter of her career would need to navigate that transformation. In early 2025, the narrative took a surprising turn when Norway's national broadcaster flagged a major artist contract dispute. Angelina Jordan had been slated to participate in Melodi Grand Prix 2025, the Norwegian selection for the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. But she withdrew at the last minute, and now the broadcaster NRK is demanding compensation of around 131,250, roughly 11,300 euros, to cover incurred costs. NRK claims travel and accommodation expenses, a designer dress ordered by the American team, and stage construction costs all factor into the claim. Ask Portugal PT. The withdrawal raised public questions. What triggered the pullout? Some reporting pointed to recent safety concerns, including personal threats, cited by Angelina's legal team. Ask Portugal PT. Others mentioned devastating fires in Los Angeles, affecting her circumstances. For fans, this sudden exit is more than a footnote. It suggests tension behind the scenes and signals a career at a crossroads. What faced Angelina wasn't simply a missed performance, but a moment that could shape how her brand is perceived going forward. When the spotlight dims, it often signals something important. Is it rest, recalibration, or retreat? Following her major label launch and the turbulence with MGP, Angelina Jordan entered a noticeably quieter phase. According to recent profiles, she has no major tour announcements for 2025-26 and fewer public appearances than expected given her earlier momentum. Factoring in global events like the pandemic and her relocation to the US, one interpretation is that this period is strategic, deep studio work, refining her sound, rethinking her image. It may also reflect the challenge of growing up in the public eye. Child prodigies often face a more difficult transition when breaking into adult markets. Seen this way, silence isn't necessarily failure, it could be preparation. But for an artist whose early story was so visible, this lag raises a compelling question. Will the calm before the next wave prove to be the launching pad or a red flag that momentum has faltered? After the quiet comes the signal, whether a whisper or trumpet call. Reports suggest Angelina Jordan is working on new music, positioning herself for a reinvention. According to a recent biography, she released singles in 2023, Love Don't Let Me Go, Our Time, and has continued collaborating with high-level producers like Toby Gad. If an album is forthcoming, some have speculated about a September 2025 release, then the timing could mark a turning point, from child prodigy and viral talent to mature artist with a distinct creative voice. Reinvention is always risky, especially when fans expect the unusual, and sacrifice is required to broaden appeal while retaining authenticity. For Angelina, this phase could define her future. Does she double down on her jazz-tinged roots or fully embrace a mainstream crossover? The answer she crafts now may determine whether she is seen as a novelty or a lasting voice. With so much hanging in the balance, the real story is still ahead of us. As Angelina Jordan navigates her 20s, she faces multiple challenges, redefining her image beyond the barefoot child singing jazz, maintaining relevance in a saturated pop market, and bridging the gap between critical acclaim and commercial success. The early chapters of her career were remarkable, but the transition from phenomenon to legacy artist is where many fall away. The major label deal brought global infrastructure, but also higher expectations and tougher competition. The contract dispute with NRK signals potential strain in her home country's support, a once solid base, and the hiatus means she now must rebuild momentum rather than ride it. On the positive side, her unique voice, rich, mature, genre-bending, still sets her apart. If she can channel that distinctiveness into songs and image that resonate with global audiences, she could carve a niche that few others occupy. The question for viewers: will Angelina leverage this moment to break out globally, or will she remain a compelling but niche artist? Her next steps will tell us more than any headline. In summary, Angelina Jordan's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. An early breakthrough, a bold transition to the US market, a high-profile withdrawal, a quieter phase of reinvention, and now a decisive moment of what comes next. The story isn't finished, it's evolving.